Hello everyone, in today's video I want to talk about perception, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because us as humans, we have this uncanny ability to be aware of our consciousness, and when we are aware of our consciousness and how it can really affect the way we see things in our reality, then we can then start to manipulate things to our favor. And that's kind of how I view perception, because in many ways there are various definitions of perception, but the way I view perception is the way we've been taught to see things. And most of the time, what I've found is the way we've been taught to see things isn't to our own benefit. It takes away the control that we truly have when looking at our situation, whether internal or external. And so, a couple of things I want to talk about is altering some of the more common uh, negative perceptions that we have about ourselves, and or more so about the way we view things, that I found to really help me. And this is a topic I'll go down deeper in another rabbit hole in the future. But to start, the couple things I really want to talk about are things like stress and anxiety, because there's a lot of evidence to show that physiologically, stress and anxiety is no different than things like excitement, or just your body realistically preparing you for some sort of endeavor in the future. And so whenever you feel anxious, most people think, oh, I don't want to feel anxious, I don't want to feel stressed. Thing is, that's because they view stress and anxiety as a bad thing. When you view stress and anxiety as realistically a good thing, because it's your body trying to help you be better at whatever it is you have to do, you then start to learn to work with anxiety, work with stress, and know that I am now more attuned, more focused, and in a better state, realistically, to get things done. Now, obviously, in the beginning, thinking like this might seem a little weird because there's going to be some dissonance there. However, when you start to think about this more often, whenever you enter a state of anxiety or a state of stress, you then start to notice that the things you have to get done faster, they get done better, and you don't have to work yourself up to overcome it. You're like, okay, I've recognized the feeling of stress and anxiety, and it's just time to perform, time to go. And a lot of times you hear this with athletes before they go to compete. They're feeling extremely anxious. However, they know to turn that into excitement. And when you turn that into excitement, you perform way better. So next time you feel stressed or anxious, know your body's working with you. It's not working against you. It's a good thing to feel. And it means that you're human and that you're alive and that you're pursuing something worthwhile. So view it as the good thing that it is, and then use it. And now the second perception change I really want to get into is about adversity, because everyone goes through a state of adversity, whether it could be something small or it can be something very large, and they enter a tough time. However, the way I like to view adversity is with this quote of adversity is just opportunity in disguise. When you have a state of time of adversity, you know that should you take yourself and go through it and make it to the other side of it, the opportunity to do that will allow you to grow. And one of the frames I like to look at it is to not look at the problems within the situation or within the adversity. Because when you start to only focus on problems, it's like the yellow car thing. If you think all you think of is a yellow car, you're going to see yellow cars everywhere. However, if you want to flip that and stop looking at the problems, but rather look at the solutions, and be more solution oriented, you then start to only see ways to get out of it. And then you actually start to try it. You just try one solution. If it doesn't work, you try the next, and eventually you're gonna find one that starts getting you some progress. You double down on it, and you get out of it from there. But the important thing is to recognize that any state of adversity is an opportunity to grow. So next time you're in a state of adversity, remember, it's time to grow. It's time that your current state is not really what you're after, and you need to level yourself up in order to make it out of that. That's a couple of ways in which I like to view, alter my own perception of things to my own personal benefit. And given my story with cancer, I had to do that over and over and over again, because when I thought things were going good, they'd crash back down and I had to work myself back up. And it takes a little bit of cognitive gymnastics to do this. However, once you get the practice of it going, you really start to see green everywhere. It's an amazing color to see. The grass is green right where you are. So I hope you got something from this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for listening.